Hello, on this bumpy 50-point inspection from Throwback Brewery out of Northampton, New Hampshire, I have our extended family, which is a New England IPA, or New England style IPA, or hazy. New England Hazy IPA, that's what they wrote. This is part of their 10-year anniversary series that they put out. They just came up on 10 years being a professional brewery. So this is one of 4 styles that they did. They're all named something different. What I could find on the website about this one is that it pairs well with like some seafood, charcuterie boards, or how do you pronounce that, with the cheeses and meats. But yeah, it was like haddock, some other type of fish product as well that I don't remember. Salmon. It was some type of salmon. That's what it was. It had a specific name afterwards. I don't know. Anyways, let's read the back of the can here about our extended family, and then I'll go ahead and read about the brew house. Where would we be without you, our loyal customers? After 10 years, you feel like members of our extended family. So here's a beer for you, made with all of our heart and much gratitude and appreciation. Cheers. You have the 2 owners that sign back there. And all right, the little story here, because there is a larger write-up going into what this brewery is, what their vision is. Very large write-up, and I didn't want to go through all that. But basically, they are like 100% sustainable. At least that's what they're shooting for. Brewery using 100% farm, grown products to brew their beer and also to serve at their restaurant. So this says, since moving in our new location at Hobbs Farm in Northampton, New Hampshire in the summer of 2015, we've had the freedom and the space to expand our brewery. We now have a 15-barrel system with ABV, 7 fermenters, 4 bright tanks, and 8 serving tanks, giving us more flexibility to try new things and brew more beer, which makes us all happy. Before we acquired our beautiful and historic Hobbs Farm location, we were located about 1/4 mile down the road in a warehouse space. You can click on, if you're on their link, throwbackbrewery.com. You can click that link and it will show you their old location. It says, we now brew in a restored 1860s sheep barn with lots of natural light and a beautiful post and beam architecture. In the picture, it is very nice looking. The historic farm property not only reaffirmed our vision to grow our own ingredients, preserve local farmland, and provide a great overall experience for our customers, and made that vision a reality. So, cool. Well, let's go ahead and crack into our extended family and put it through. And I don't think I mentioned the ABV on this. It is 6.4% ABV. So as you can see, it does pour with a very nice fluffy white head, fairly compact bubbles, some medium ones mixed in. But yeah, very fluffy looking head there. This one is, I think that's kind of why they went with a New England Hazy IPA, because it is just kind of a slight haze. You can still kind of make objects through it. It's not a big murk bomb like a lot of the New England IPAs that I really thoroughly enjoy, but this one seems to be kind of that hazy style that a ton of other breweries, especially outside of New England, they are in New England here though, in New Hampshire. So all right, the aromas, kind of subtle on the aromatics. There's no big burst of much. Get down deep in there. There's a little bit of a citrus note. I would say a soft kind of pininess. Like balsamic pine. Balsam pine. Balsamic's like vinegar. Balsam pine. Yeah, citrusy, kind of like maybe tangerine, kind of a lighter orange type, softer nose peel, and that kind of, softer pine type note. I would even go with a little bit of a floral nose in this as well. It's all pretty soft. It's pleasant. It's just not. It's not flying out at you, Don't you know? All right, time to get in for the first swig. So cheers. All right. So first off, in the body, it's surprisingly a very soft and smooth palate on this. It's good. It's got the feel. The body is in like the medium realm. I would say the carbonation is reaching into that medium realm, but it does seem to be on a slightly lower scale. First flavor note I picked up was a bit of a grain, and followed up by some like cracker to like light bread notes from the malt. So that was cool. It is kind of a bit grassy up front with the hops. I do get some type of a citrus, kind of like a citrus rind or peel thing going in for kind of the mid to finish. I would say this one finishes off with a fairly moderate bitterness. It's more bitter than it is sweet, definitely on the finish. It's that bitter citrus rind with some of that piney note definitely going in as well. Yeah, leaves the palate with a slight amount of dryness. All right, time to put a score down. Just reevaluating, making sure I'm giving this the proper score I actually feel I should have, either up or down. For the appearance, I'm not going to ding it for not being a big Merc bomb. They did mention that it's hazy. They didn't just go straight New England IPA on the statement on the can. So I'll give the appearance that 6 out of 6. The aromatics, though they were light, it did have some good aromatics. I would have liked a bit more malt profile in the aromas. So that's about it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for the aroma score. On the flavors, malt's coming through fairly decent. Hops, I think that kind of mid-range bitterness does definitely take over on this one, especially where everything was so light. Kind of on the aromatics, it kind of definitely is boosted up with the bitterness, with that kind of citrus rind and resinous or piney type bittering effect at the finish. That does just linger on. The malt presence was nice though to find right up front, so that was good. But I'm going to give the flavor score on this a 15 out of 19. I think maybe if the bitterness was just dialed back just a tad bit, maybe included some of that softer citrus note, and not going straight into like a wryness would have been my own palate a little bit more enjoyable. But body on this, nice. It's a good body. It's got that like medium body feel, but it really nice, soft, smooth palate to this one. 5 out of 5 in my overall. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10 for my overall. It's enjoyable enough. It's you know, hitting some really good notes in there that I do like. A bit much over what the flavors come off as up front, with the bitterness, but it's not overly done either. It's not harsh at all. I just wanted more of those flavors to kind of fall through from the softness in the front. So for our extended family New England Hazy IPA from Throwback Brewing Company, it's going to get a BuMpY 42 out of 50, which is going to put this as a very good beer. Just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.